Hello everyone, Peter Cook here. I'm the Programs Director at the North Berrien Historical Museum in Coloma, Michigan. Welcome to our first educational video. We will be posting these somewhat regularly, covering different historical topics. Today I'm going to be covering just a few of the official Michigan state symbols. And to do that I'm going to utilize the contents of our traveling trunks, which we offer to classrooms. Before we get into things, I think it's important that we understand what are state symbols. State symbols represent the cultural heritage and natural treasures found in our state. In other words, they're things found in nature in Michigan that we're proud of, that have been passed down from generation to generation. The first one that I want to talk about today is, in my opinion, perhaps the most beautiful of our state symbols, and that would be the apple blossom, which is the official state flower of Michigan. And it has been so since the year 1897. It's a long time ago, isn't it? 1897. The apple blossom being chosen as the official state flower is very fitting given Michigan's ties to the fruit industry. Michigan ranks third in apple production in the United States. The only two states that produce more apples than we do are New York and Washington. And actually the largest apple ever picked from a tree was in Michigan. That apple weighed 3 pounds and 2 ounces. Whew, that's a big apple, isn't it? The apple blossom grows on the crab apple tree. Not typically an apple that we think of eating, right? Not too tasty. Now the apple blossom that I have in my hand is obviously not a real apple blossom. It is artificial or fake. It's a fake apple blossom. I wouldn't want to keep a real one in the trunk. It would wilt. It wouldn't work out too well. But it looks pretty good though. I'm happy with how our artificial apple blossom looks. And the real thing produces a valuable honeysuckle scent, which attracts bees who then come and pollinate the tree. Now, this one does not have that scent, unfortunately. But apple growers will plant these in their orchard. They'll plant crabapple trees that have the apple blossom on them to attract bees who then pollinate not only the crabapple trees but all the other surrounding trees. And so therefore the crabapple tree and the apple blossom which grows on it play a very important role in the production of apples in Michigan. So very fitting that it is our state flower. And crab apples might get used in preservatives and jellies, but that's about the only way that you're going to be eating them. You wouldn't want to eat a crab apple otherwise. I don't recommend it. So as we said, that was 1897 that the apple blossom became the official state flower of Michigan. The next one that we're going to talk about is a much more recent addition to our state symbols, and that would be the official state reptile, which is the painted turtle. Ooh, pretty cool, huh? Did you know that Michigan has an official state reptile? The painted turtle was adopted as the state reptile in 1995, and that was after a group of Niles 5th graders. Niles is not too far from Coloma. There could be people from Niles watching right now. A group of 5th graders in Niles found out that Michigan did not have an official state reptile, yet 31 other states did. So they said, hey, why don't we have one? We have lots of reptiles in Michigan. So they put together what's known as a petition, which they had a lot of people sign, saying, yes, we do want a state reptile. That petition then went to the state legislature. The legislature are the people who decide in the government what becomes official. And in 1995, it passed through the legislature, and we got ourselves an official state reptile. Thank you very much, Niles. And that goes to show you kids that you can make a difference. Thanks to Niles 5th graders, we have an official state reptile. Now, this one obviously is not a real turtle. I could not keep a live turtle in the traveling trunks. Much like with the apple blossom, it would not work out very well to do so. This is actually a model of what's known as a red-eared slider turtle, which is a little different than the painted turtle. They look very similar, except the red-eared slider would have red stripes on either side of its head. Now, you don't see those on this one because I have used green paint to cover that up and make it look just like a painted turtle. And it pretty much is a painted turtle now. Get it? Now, this would be on the smaller side of a painted turtle. They're between 4 inches and 10 inches in length. They live in shallow water. They eat pond vegetation, insects, crayfish, mollusks, small fish. And if a painted turtle can avoid predators and cars in the road, you'll see the turtles crossing the road very slowly. If they can avoid those things, they can live more than 55 years. 55 years, kids. Some of these turtles that you see out in the wild might be as old as your grandparents. So think about that when you see them out there. They've been around for a while. So that's the painted turtle, our official state reptile. I have one more I'd like to discuss today, and that is the official state bird. Can you tell what that is? It's a little smaller than the ones you're going to see out in the wild. That is an American robin, which has been the official state bird of Michigan since 1931. The robin is one of the most common songbirds in North America. They're also the first migrators to show up in the spring, you know, the birds that fly south where it's warmer in the wintertime. They're the first to come back. They'll build a nest like the one that our robin is resting in here, and they will lay a pale light blue egg. You may have seen these little pale light blue eggs around that the robins lay. They survive by eating insects as well as earthworms. You've probably seen them in your backyard digging around for earthworms. When the legislature, there's our big word again, the people in the government who decide, make these things official, in 1931, when they adopted the American robin as the official state bird of Michigan, they said that the robin was the best known and best loved of all the birds in the state of Michigan. Now that might not necessarily be true, because the title of official state bird has been challenged. In 2003, a group of 3rd, 4th, and 5th graders in Michigan said that the Kirtland's warbler should become the official state bird of Michigan. And their argument was that the Kirtland's warbler nests exclusively in Michigan, meaning you're not going to find it in any other state. It's unique to the state of Michigan. And also the Kirtland's warbler was on the near extinction list, and it has since come back, meaning they were almost all gone, and it's since come back. It's on the rise again. Its population is on the rise. So it's also worth pointing out that the American robin is also the official state bird of Connecticut and Wisconsin. So there's other states that also have this as their bird. So there could be some argument to the Kirtland's warbler being more deserving of that title. So kids, we talked about how those Niles 5th graders made the painted turtle the official state reptile. You could get out there and make the Kirtland's warbler the official state bird. It's still the American robin as of right now. So I encourage you to try that. If you're successful, then keep in mind that I will have to find a fake Kirtland's warbler to include in the traveling trunk, which is going to be some effort on my part, but more power to you. You know, go ahead, give it a shot. So that is the last of the official state symbols that I'm going to discuss for today. Please keep an eye out for more of these videos, and it's been a lot of fun, and we will talk to you again soon. Peter Cook, Programs Director at the North Berrien Historical Museum, signing off. Have a wonderful day. Bye.